All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back to the podcast, The Spectre of Anti-Blackness. I am your host, and we have a co-host today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Madison. I don't really know what else goes into the introduction.
That's fine.
Um,
It's it's very you're a long time listener of the cast, so it's kind of freeform, stream of thought. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Flow, you know. So whatever goes into it is whatever goes into it. No pressure.
yeah, well then that's it. I'm Madison.
Great. Good for you to be here, Miss Madison. Like I said previously, you're a listener of the show. I appreciate that. Um, and today is a very special day for the Spectre of Anti-Blackness. It's the 1 year anniversary. I started this podcast a year ago, apparently. On Thank you, thank you, thank you. Christmas Eve? I don't know what that's about. I don't know what I was doing. Um, but I thought it would be kind of a fun thing if we were to kind of go back through the history of the podcast and revisit some stuff. Maybe do like I don't know trivia or just different fun things for the cast today. How's that sound to you?
That sounds great to me.
Awesome.
And he will answer by and by. He's like the Dark Knight. He's Batman and Jesus all in one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would okay, but what was the beginning of that ode to the podcast again?
Oh, writing a blog a year from now.
Oh, okay.
And then being like, where did he go? We need him. His commentary was great. Where did he go?
Mm-hmm. That would be beautiful. So, okay, so you said that you only listened to one episode. You only listened to most of the Miles Morales one. But then, Maddie, you said birthday episode. Why'd you say that?
Oh, birthday episode as in that's what this episode is.
Oh, yes.
Anniversary.
It is. Okay, the podcast birthday. I thought you meant my birthday episode, which was, damn, when was my birthday episode?
February?
It was February 3rd. What did I record? I think that actually was Miles Morales. Was it? No. It was. Oh no! It was a special sode. It was Jake from State Farm and Overwatch.
I do love Jake from State Farm. What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Did you listen to that one, Maddie?
If I did, I don't remember it well enough to say anything. I probably skipped it because Overwatch, and I was like, I don't know enough about Overwatch.
But I did talk about an important thing, which I'd like to hear your thoughts on, which is so Jake from State Farm just became black at some point when everyone stopped watching
Yes.
TV, and now he's got the same name, but he's just a black guy now.
I think it happened during the Super Bowl.
Did it really? Was it like? Did he have a transformation like Doctor Who?
I forget the first commercial. I want to say both of them were there, white and black, Jake from State Farm, or he just appeared. But one of the two.
Really? I didn't know that. Now, okay, so Lavi, you play Overwatch though.
Unfortunately.
So I did have in that episode I also talked about Overwatch and in episodes after that as well. I talk about how there's not a lot of black characters, and the ones that are black are not African American. And I posed the question if you ever will get an African American Overwatch character, which
They're not even human.
fair point. But my question is, oh well, not my question, but I guess like I got to go back and redact this for the podcast. I talk about Baptiste a lot, but I never knew until recently he was not just French. He's actually Haitian. So he says like things that sound French, but he's actually Haitian. So that's something that I have to address at some point. Thoughts on Overwatch and blackness in Overwatch?
It reminds me of Marvel, pretty much any fiction of black people with being superheroes or in fantasy, especially fantasy movies. They're never portrayed as black. It's always cyborg, human, android, not human at all. We're going to paint them like Zoe Saldana, regardless of how you feel about her. I think she needs help. They paint her green, and they and she's like, I want to be green. I think it's cool. Like, okay, fine, whatever. You have Lord of the Rings. You have black people there, but they're all orcs. And that's what I didn't like about Tolkien's writing. Like, you can tell what races he was portraying his fantasy races as.
I heard they were
Same
supposed to be
with-
like Mongolians and stuff.
I can see that with the hair. Still bad.
Yeah. He was
Still
like
showing.
he
Oh, go ahead.
he was like old school racist, but like in the fact of like not racist against black people, just racist against other white people.
Other white people, all Asian people are Chinese. that kind of racism.
Right.
What else? But with Overwatch, you have Orisa, which is just Orisha, but but a robot. It's the robot she created. It's not even the character.
Her name is Effie, I believe.
Yeah, Sephi. Doomfist, Haitian. You get that from some lines that he speaks.
You said
But
Doomfist?
still- No, Baptiste.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
sorry.
what's going on here?
No, you know, all black people look the same.
Right, of
Yeah.
course.
Baptiste, I feel like Baptiste was hey, I'm sorry we changed Mercy from this black man to this sweet Scandinavian white woman. So
What?
here's a black Mercy's concept art. Mercy's concept before
I've
Mercy
never
was
seen
this
it.
white woman with a blonde ponytail. It was a black man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's insane.
No
Mercy's
kidding.
going to be a black man.
Oh my god. I mained her too in the beginning. I feel so ashamed.
I
It
did
would've
too,
made
because
freedom.
you just hold a button and float around people.
Okay, wait, so okay, when did you start playing Overwatch though?
When it first came out, 2016.
So
I
you
played the trials, played the opening day, all that.
damn, you played way back. So you might have information about this because my knowledge on it, my memory is a little foggy. I started playing like December 2017, so we're already like a half year in. My question though, so Lucio now is canonically Brazilian,
Yes.
but from my knowledge, back then he was just like black, like he was racially ambiguous, like he wasn't like Brazilian until later on, like years later.
It was like a throwaway line, I guess, or in the lore that you had to look on the fifth Wikipedia page. That's what it felt like, to find out, oh, he's Brazilian, and not just insert random black person.
Right.
And people were bugging the devs on social media. They're like, hey, make him say some Portuguese lines.
Right, because he didn't for
Because
forever.
He didn't. Diva was saying Korean lines, and people were hyped about that.
Right.
Reinhardt was saying German lines, and they're like, why can't Lucio say some Portuguese?
Everyone was saying
That's
like when they said hello, they would say
I thought
either
Lucio
in
was
English
Haitian.
or they would.
That's true.
Sorry, what's up?
Sorry.
I thought Lucio was Haitian. I'm thinking of Baptiste.
Yes. Oh yeah. That's Baptiste. Everyone would have a line except for him, and then
Yeah.
also it was weird because the first anniversary he got a like a jazzy New Orleans type outfit, and it's like what? That's not even.
all black people, hive mind. It's like one person starts dancing, we all start dancing. That's why you start dancing on the street corner and there's no music playing. It's because another black person is dancing somewhere.
Right, exactly. Hey, Spirit, how you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck NSA means.
Well, from
Not
Alexi's thing.
never slow again. I was
That's flag
actually.
allowed.
Have you
Oh.
listened to my podcast at all?
I actually did listen to the first episode talking about what you're talking about.
Oh,
And I for sure like the second episode as well, introducing yourself like halfway because I was actually finishing doing something. I like to listen to podcasts and like get ready for my day.
So what would you say if I told you were on a podcast episode right now?
What?
Yeah.
You didn't warn me?
You jumped in the lobby. I didn't tell you to come in here.
He pulled the same thing on me
You're
too.
so right. You're so right. Hi podcast listeners. How's it going?
Yeah, this is we have Lavi and Spirit as well as Madison, who is the co-host.
Ooh, perfect.
Yeah.
Co-host. We love that. Oh, man. For podcast sake, you could just call me Renee. You get first name.
Okay. Oh, fancy. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. All right, Renee instead of Spirit. And also at the end, if you guys would like, we're not there yet, of course, but you can do plugs if you want to plug like social media or anything that you do online that you want people to check out.
Okay.
So, would you guys like to do some trivia?
Yes.
I'm scared, but yes.
Yay!
I probably will answer everything wrong, but yeah.
Okay.
This is trivia.
Yeah, it's
Figure it out when you go lobby.
yeah. We'll play it by ear. We'll play it by ball. There have been over 500 minutes of content that I've recorded for the podcast this past year. How many episodes have we had? Has it been 15, 20, or 25?
One.
I want to guess 25.
Okay.
What were the answers again? I'm sorry, I had to do a quick math.
15, 20, and 25. We're at
I'm
over
gonna say 20.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
Lavi?
20.
You're correct. It's 20 episodes. 20 episodes in one year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Very awesome. Okay, bonus question. Which episode would you say is the most listened to episode?
Again, oh my goodness. You can't ask me that. You can't put me on the spot. You can't be like, you're on the podcast. Now I'm going to ask you about a podcast that you just started listening to. You know how rude that is?
Well,
Yeah,
we are we're it's a new podcast. I don't expect anyone here to. I've listened to it more than anyone. And also, I have the stats in front of me and I make it, of course.
Yeah, you were
But-
there. You were there. I was about to say.
You know how long we've known each other? Literally all of 2 months. But I'm going to say it's that one Atlanta episode.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Black Panther. 'Cause
Okay.
You did say you did a piece on Black Panther.
I did. That is true.
Multiple pieces of Black Panther.
Wouldn't it be your introduction episodes? I think, wouldn't it be like that?
You are absolutely right. Both introduction episodes are tied at number 1.
You know, I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Thank you. This award goes out to. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Do you think you know which one was listened to the least? That one's gonna be a little more tricky.
Probably Lovecraft.
That's a good guess. That is a good guess.
I would like to say the Underground Railroad chapters.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess the 7 and 8.
Okay. Lovey?
If it's Abbott, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. But anyways, continue.
I want to say Underground Railroad too, only because I didn't know it continued. And my mom watched like the first 2 episodes, and we're like, what happened to it? Because there was a time it was going to be canceled, or it was like in fear of being canceled because of funding, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's over. So I'm gonna go with that.
Do you have a specific chapter you'd like to outline that may be the least listened to? Just for shits and giggles.
9 and 10.
Okay. You guys are correct. Underground Railroad has the least listened to episodes. However, it's a tie for 3. All these episodes have only 2 plays. We have the Underground Railroad chapters 3 and 4. Then we have the Tennessee chapters, I think might be like 6 and 7. I'm not sure. And then we have Recent Watches and Black Men Erasure and Westworld. Yeah.
Oh, damn. I should have said Tennessee. I was thinking Tennessee. I was like,
Black people in Westworld?
I think that was really popular.
There are some black people in Westworld, but there are mainly black women in Westworld. So I don't know how much of it you've seen, but in the last
None of it.
fair.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I have a hard time consuming media. I'm not gonna lie.
I get that.
Yeah. I tend to be a little bit like critical about, not critical in the sense where I'm like analyzing how it reflects into our world, X, Y, Z. I can do that. But I'm also critical about like if this is actually like entertaining, if this actually has any value, or is it like repeating the same things? Because a lot of the time, especially like nowadays, everything's just a remake or a live action, which is great.
Nothing original.
Which is great to some extent. I'm not gonna lie. I love seeing a live action here and there. I just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm growing up with always having media like that. I feel like nothing's fun or entertaining unless I create it.
Right.
Or I engage with it when it comes to like community and like what we create together rather than like Hollywood.
Well said.
I don't know. Yeah. I got the sniffles.
Yeah, well, I think that is I also fall into that a lot, which is why I made the podcast. For people who feel similarly to me and, maybe feeling a bit drained when it comes to media and such. So we can do 2 things. You guys can decide if which one sounds better to you. We can just do like a lightning round of like this or that, or I can just tell you some rapid fire facts about the podcast.
I can't choose. Those both sound good. You guys. You guys choose. I know you guys have like Libra placements.
What are the this and that options? Like, what type of this and that is it?
So
Don't slander me like that with saying I have Libra placements. No.
Because I have a Libra
Air signs in my chart? No.
Whoa.
I know.
More likely than you think.
I've seen your chart, and for the record, not just for you guys, for your listeners as well. Everyone has every sign because it's presented in every house. I don't hear it.
Beautiful. Absolutely. Well said.
Anyway, no water in my chart. No water today, no water tomorrow, no water.
You can drink water. How about that?
No,
Okay,
I like
Blue
tea.
Connor.
some rapid fire yes or no's can be like, do you think the podcast is more listened to on Apple or Android devices, more by men or women, stuff like that?
I can do that.
I'm down with that.
Cool.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, and then after that, I'll do some final facts as well, and then we can wrap it up. This doesn't have to be too long, and I did blindside a couple of you guys into doing this, so sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
I sound very sorry, but yeah, let's go.
Okay, so out of can you rank my the gender of my listeners out of male, female, and non-binary?
I'm gonna say female.
See, I'm non-binary, so I'm gonna choose non-binary.
At the top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
Let's go male.
All right. Female is actually the top one at 75%,
Sexy.
with male and non-binary tied at 13%.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. What service are we listened on the most? We have Anchor, where we record at, Audible, Google Podcasts, or Spotify.
Spotify.
I'm definitely going Spotify.
Yeah, I'm going to not say Spotify and actually say maybe Anchor.
Okay. It actually is Spotify, unfortunately.
No, it's okay.
No, it's unfortunate
I'm
because people still
capable.
use Spotify. That's the issue.
Oh,
Not the one. Do you not get 6 daily mixes that
I like-
are constantly changed every day?
See,
I like
Well,
daily
Spotify-
shy. Sorry, I like being introduced to different music. What I don't like is when they literally give me the same songs in like a different order and pretend that's new. Like,
Yeah.
that's not silly quirky. I'm tired.
Very lazy. It's very low vibrational. It's give me new content.
Obi, tell me when we're gonna have an episode about our low vibrational plates and
Obi dissects media, but not enough social media. That is an episode I can be on.
I
okay.
can definitely be on. That's like literally all I do. That's gonna be my upcoming podcast that I'm still working out.
Right.
But keep that on the hush hush. Y'all didn't hear that from me. I really did. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, we can also do like some votings because for a while, when I first started the podcast, I was like, I want to talk about media, but also some things that came up is just like black issues in general, and also black media, social media, and things like that. So since you guys are listeners, if that's something you'd like to hear more of, just be vocal about that, and something that we can definitely explore. But yeah, I definitely decided in the beginning I wanted to just focus on movies, TV shows, music, and then maybe tackle other stuff on my YouTube channel, which I am still slacking on a lot.
That is okay. Please take your time. Podcasting and content creation takes a lot of time, energy, and effort, and the last thing I want you to do is burn out because you have some amazing ideas I want to pick your brain about or just listen to you talk about.
Thank you. And my brain is available to be picked.
Yes.
To backtrack a little bit, why I don't like Spotify, which I don't know how much of this I can really say because I think Anchor and Spotify are like go hand in hand. But fuck it. Spotify, I prefer Google because they pay the artists a lot more on the dollar for the music streamed and such. That's pretty much it. And also with YouTube Music, you get YouTube Premium, so no ads. Yay.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna name off 10 countries. And I want you guys. No. No, I don't want to do too many. Let's do
Um,
8
I'm going to
countries.
tell you. I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you right now. I
Yes.
failed geography.
Oh, that's
I don't know
fine.
anything.
I'm going to name 8 countries, but only one of them we do not have listeners in. Okay?
Okay.
So just pick out which one sounds like. Who would listen to this there? United States, Canada, Nigeria, Finland, the U.S. Virgin Islands, the UK, Puerto Rico, Germany.
The U.S. Oh gosh.
I want to say Finland, but I feel like that's a red herring.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about the Virgin Islands, and I was like, no, that's way too specific.
Germany.
I'm gonna say the UK.
You say Germany.
We got Germany, we got the UK. Bobby?
I'm gonna stick with Finland.
Okay. You guys are going to be disappointed by this.
Oh god.
It's Nigeria.
I was gonna say that. Oh my god.
Nigeria was nowhere near in my head.
No. I was like in my head. I was like, what if it's Nigeria? That'd be so funny. That'd be so quirky, wouldn't it? And I can't believe it. We'll change that.
I'm curious about these Finnish listeners.
It is less than 1%, so I don't know if that's like someone on a VPN or literally just like one person in Finland. I don't know what that's about.
I'm gonna say the Nigerian has a VPN in Finland.
Yes.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Hi, Canadians.
It's 79% US, 17 Canada, 1% the Virgin Islands, and everything else is less than 1%.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask how it works, because if I ask, then I'm going to do like math in my head, and that's a lot of work.
Whoa! If you click on them, it actually tells you a little bit more information. I clicked on US, and 30% is in Florida alone.
Damn.
That's interesting.
Right? 16 in Arizona, 14 California, 8% in Alabama from an Alabama homie. That's cool. Okay, now I'll just we've been going about 30 minutes, so I'll just end with some cool facts here. We have 75% of listeners are apparently in the 28 to 34 age range. With the other 13% being split between 18 to 22 and 23 to 27. I don't know what old people are listening to this, but they're doing it. Vast majority of listeners are on Android, 56%. iPhone is only 28%, and 6% on the web. So far, out of all time, we've had 141 plays. Right.
Place to come.
Hopefully, that's I hope that as well. Our biggest spike was around November 20th, November 21st. We had around like 21 plays in a very short amount of time, which was great.
What happened November 20th?
I don't know. I think maybe I started talking to you guys.
Oh.
Untrue.
That is
Well, maybe I shared the podcast around that time. I don't know.
okay. That makes sense as well, you know?
Yeah. We have on average about 3 plays an episode. Our audience size is about 4 unique people. But I don't really know how they measure that or not.
Maybe it's like consistent listeners?
I think it might be consistent ones, yeah. So yeah, that
I
is...
used to travel from country to country. Let's play.
Yeah, just go to every country you
Bobby
can.
puts in the same amount of work that Santa does.
Exactly.
It is Christmas Eve. Are you guys doing anything tonight or tomorrow?
Nothing tonight. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. You're talking first.
Oh, well, I have nothing tonight, but tomorrow after we get out of church, I think we're going over to my grandparents' house and having a dinner lunch, which is just like full course dinner meal at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Ooh,
Fun.
of course.
Very fun.
Yes? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Good.
1 second.
This is my first Christmas outside my mom's house. And I kind of forgot that it's like Christmas Eve. I'm not gonna lie, like the entire day I was vibing. And I'm going to go over my sister's boyfriend's house,
Mm-hmm.
and we're all gonna eat dinner there probably, and just hang out. I don't know.
That sounds like a nice time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to New Year's. So, like that's my holiday, New Year's, not Christmas.
Yeah, that's ours too, honestly. Lavi?
What about you? Yeah, Lavi, yeah.
Also, I kind of forgot it was Christmas Eve too. Like with COVID, past 2 years, nothing feels like anything. It's just kind of, you're just vibing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at my parents', so we're just gonna enjoy each other's company and have a chill day.
That's very nice. That's very sweet. As for me, I also New Year's has always been our celebration thing. We've tried in the past we've done Christmas here and there, but it's not really our thing. Sometimes we do a Pollyanna for New Year's though, which is fun, cause it's nice to give people you care about gifts. We always gather at my mom's house on Sundays for Family Day. So tomorrow will be no different, except stores will be closed. Yeah, so I don't really have any major plans. Might do some game and server, or who knows? We'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed what you've heard of the podcast, and maybe check out some more. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having us.
Of course.
Yeah.
Two more things before we go. One, do you have any questions for me? If not about this episode, about the podcast in general, or any questions about anything?
Okay, so how do you make a blueberry pie?
Okay. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is the crust.
Yeah.
Some people like to do store bought. Personally, I like homemade crust. So you're gonna need flour. You need the dough. You don't want to.
Wait.
Huh?
Do you actually know?
I have a lot of like random trivial knowledge in my brain.
Oh my god.
Damn. We need to go on Jeopardy one day and just clean up.
I have specific knowledge too, like how queen bees are made into queen bees.
Mm-hmm.
I always know the sign the phase of the moon is in based on knowing what season it is. Like if I look in the sky, it's probably going to be a waxing crescent. So I know it's in Aquarius right now.
Whoa.
Or still. So.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Astrological genius
It's really fun. It's such a fun party trick. But yeah, what is the most random thing you could think of that you know? That's a question right there.
You know, I have to wonder what really constitutes random. Like, for example, I heard that Apple used to actually shuffle randomly their their playlists when you would ask them to shuffle. But people were getting mad and they kept like emailing Apple. They were like, "Hey, you know, this isn't shuffled. This, you know, I want shuffled." But they were truly doing it randomly. So now what they do is they don't do it randomly, but they'll just shuffle it like enough to where it seems shuffled, but it's no longer a truly random uh, shuffle. So it you know it begs the question: what is random? Is everything connected? Can I really truly like pull a random fact out of somewhere?
That's so fun. I think about that too, and that's why I am the way I am, and no one else has been able to figure that out. So I totally appreciate you. You must be an Aquarius. That's like
Yep, yep.
That's like with games too. Games. If you played the game Hades.
I haven't actually. I wanted to.
Okay. Well, in games like that, or any game where it has like a randomized leveling, it's not random. It's a seed,
Right.
and the developers will make hundreds, if not thousands, of seeds to make it seem random, but it's not. It's already pre-designed.
Right.
So it could be similar.
Yeah, we use the word random a lot, but I don't know if we ever actually really truly see or experience randomness. Um, Bobby, do you have any questions about the podcast or anything?
Mm, what would you do? What is something you have been wanting to critique recently but haven't gotten around to it?
Oh, good question. I do
Doesn't
have.
have to be, but like from the past, you're like, you know what, this would be cool to have on the podcast.
Things I've been wanting to critique for a while. I want to do at least one episode, or it could be a series, but I want to do something for um, what are they called? Spike Lee joints.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Right? My
I can
favorite.
hop on some of those.
Really? Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. My favorite of the bunch is Crooklyn, but I love all of them. They're all very great.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted to do an episode on the second Black Panther, but I don't really have my thoughts together about it yet, and I gotta find a good time for my co-hosts. Haven't heard back from one of them in a little bit, so who knows? And then there's like little minor things here and there, mostly old movies that I haven't seen yet or haven't seen in a while, like you know, Beloved or The Color Purple or Spooks Who Sat by the Door, you know, a lot of stuff like that, which I think I want to have on there.
Color Purple would be cool. I recently watched it when I was older, and I finally got to understand a lot more things than what I did when I was younger. And what is the guy's name? Uh, Whoopi Goldberg's, I guess, husband in that movie.
Oh, see,
Um,
I haven't seen it as an adult either, but I think, is it not Harpo, I think?
Not Harpo, that would be Oprah's.
Okay, okay.
I think it's Danny Glover, the actor.
Oh, the actor. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Um,
ooh,
he all he I hated him. It was I as an adult watching it, and I should have when I was younger, but I didn't know what was going on at the time. But yeah, you watch it as an adult, and then you can talk about it.
Yeah, I've recently I saw Beloved as an adult. I think maybe last year. Completely. I mean, it's scary as a kid, and as an adult, it's like there's just like a lot of spiritual shit going on, which is kind of wild. But that's a good one as
You
well.
saw pretty afraid of spirits? Interesting.
You're afraid of spirit? Oogala boogala.
Oh man. Um, but I remember like we were watching it as kids and we were like scared of Beloved because she's kind of creepy. But I think my aunt auditioned for the role. Um,
Oh,
so my mom would be like, just imagine Auntie Bert, guys. So yeah. Okay, plugs. Do you guys have anything you want to leave the audience with? If you have like a Discord group or a Snapchat or an Instagram or a YouTube channel, anything you do that you want people to check you out on?
I want to say first and foremost, since we all come from, that Discord, House of Hoodoo. How can I not plug one of like my favorite, sometimes messiest, I'm kidding, favorite spiritual servers. And I am on a team with some of the loveliest, gosh, stutter, the loveliest people, and a great team leader, Madison. Oh my goodness, that's wife right there. House of Voodoo is a spiritual server run in keeping in mind of people of color, especially Black people, since a lot of spiritual servers do not keep in mind our cultures, our identities, our backgrounds, and our life experiences. And one thing we will not do is have someone fuck around because they will find out. We are here to protect, uplift, and support each other in a mundane sense and spiritual sense. I love that server. So plug that in. House of Hoodoo. Join.
but if you want to find out, just make sure you have a good camera and hold it steady and upload it so y'all can see it.
Oh, you're so funny. I'm gonna get the popcorn then.
Exactly.
I
That's discord.gg/hoodoo.
HOODOO hoodoo. Indeed, indeed. Lavi, anything else you wanna go ahead and plug in there?
I'm not on the social media as much, like creating and stuff. Discord has really been my bread and butter the past year. So if you join the server and then you can DM, just ask questions in the server, I'll see it. I have notifications on. Or in Afro.
True.
Just pick one.
Don't pick both.
I mean, you can, but then I'll have a separate conversation on each one.
Fair. Okay, so that is the podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I'll leave our listeners with a be safe. I've seen so many accidents in the past couple of days. People driving crazy. It's the holidays. Be safe, folks, if you're out in the world.